Diego Garcia hosts one of the few military bases in the world where the U.S. military can resupply its submarines. Citing the island's strategic importance, Senator John Neely Kennedy has repeatedly urged the American and the British governments to abandon the agreement between Mauritius and the United Kingdom. One of the main American opponents to the transfer of the Chagos archipelago, the senator has addressed the United States Senate on the issue on 4 separate occasions. On March 13th, John Neely Kennedy introduced the Diego Garcia Treaty Oversight Act. The bill would require the advice and consent of the U.S. Senate for any modification to the 1966 written agreement between the United States and the United Kingdom concerning the Chagos archipelago. However, according to lawyer Robin Maudimutu, this agreement is no longer valid today as Mauritius is now the rightful owner of the archipelago.
Americans cannot do anything at internal level that will not affect the fact that Mauritius is the owner of the Chagos, and they will have to accept that. But that's not the issue. There is always a difference between the law and practice. We have always claimed that we own Chagos, yet which flag is flying on Chagos? There is a distraction between the law and reality. Despite being clear by law that we are the owners, we need to redouble our efforts at diplomatic level in our lobbying for Americans to understand and to strike a deal with them.
If passed, the bill would require the United Kingdom to obtain approval from the U.S. Senate before transferring the sovereignty of the Chagos Islands, including Diego Garcia, to Mauritius. Senator Kennedy argues that when 2 countries enter into an agreement, one of them cannot begin modifying its terms without the consent of the other. The bill would also require a report to the United States Congress explaining the national security reasons behind any changes to the agreement. It would also seek clarification on the implications for the U.S. operational control of the military base.